Oschersleben is a track with a lot of rhythm. You don't have any time to relax. You have to complete the whole lap perfectly to be fast. If you make the slightest error, you'll end up paying for it throughout almost the entire race. Overtaking is a really big challenge, and as a result, the races are really exciting. You're always close together, there's a pack, and so that's why the pit stops are really crucial. For me as a driver, it's certainly one of the most challenging tracks, because it's amazingly technical. Even though it's not the fastest track, there's lots of chicane and the curbs on both sides. The car has to be just right mechanically, and it needs a lot of grip too.
There's always a surprisingly big crowd and a lot of support, because the track is, out in eastern Germany. It feels like you're a long way from anywhere. But there seems to be always good fan support.
Oschersleben is a track I like. It has character. The technically gifted drivers are the fastest there. As you can see here on the first bend, you already have to change down from 6th to 2nd gear. There's always a good risk of a crash or collision there. The second bend is actually too long for a racing car because you can only accelerate very late. There's not so much grip there. Then it's straight into the next 2 or 3 left-hand bends. The first is really extreme, then there's only a slight lift into the middle. And that's not easy at all, because the car keeps moving and then it goes down a bit. You have to change down from 6th to 2nd gear, but keep steering at the same time. And then come the chicanes. If you hit the curb straight on, it really damages the car. Then you're on a straight and suddenly there's a fast chicane, right-left. It's surprising how quickly you get through that. Then there's another fast bend to the right that brings you close to the inside curbs again. Now the final bend, 2nd gear and accelerate out, and at this point it's really important that you come out of it just right. 1 lap passes by in a flash. You can see I come out very well, but I'm on a bad line and I'm 3rd behind the 2 Mercedes. I've lost a bit of momentum at this point because of a little spin earlier. Then Matthias turns up and fills in a gap I should never have allowed to open in the first place. That's the start phase for you. You can either win or lose places.
Gary
was right behind me. He was putting the pressure on, and then on the first bend he touched me slightly at the back. Unfortunately, it made me lose my line. He took that chance, drove inside and pushed me out. That cost me a great deal of time. We had a car that was fast enough for attacking at least. That was one of the few moments last year when, annoyingly, despite a good performance, I had to drop out with tire damage and lost the lead.
There's a few tracks where I'd like to win, and Oschersleben is definitely one of those.